spot, but we're on a new lake right now. Just gonna show kind of what I do on a new lake. Fall time, you can see the colors behind me. First time I've ever been here. So water temperature 66 degrees. So we're gonna kind of go over a little bit about what I do. I just started idling. I launched my boat. You can barely get your boat off the access, and it was sand. So I see some trees and stuff along the bank. Probably gonna be too shallow, especially looking at the map. But you kind of take all that stuff in just right once you walk. Watercolor, what it looks like, time of the year. Couple things that I just looked off right off the bat. So I look right on my map, since mapping's so good right now, and I just cross that stuff off. I'm like, most likely I would try that stuff later on if stuff's not working. I would, you know, trees along the bank and stuff like that, because most likely fish aren't in that sand. Most likely, you know, just like anything in fishing, it's not probable that they're there. So kind of cross that stuff off for now, but we're gonna go look around here, idle for a minute, see what the weeds and stuff look like. But you just kind of get a quick gauge of what you think's going on. Looks like on my side imaging there's some stuff on the bottom. Not much for weeds, looks like some bigger fish, if those are carp or something, but there's no weeds, which is unfortunate for the fall time here. So maybe there's a lot more fish just kind of cruising, but we'll find out some more here soon. So more to come. Well, here you go. Looks like I lied. We just idled a bunch to the lake, and not a whole lot going on out here. I was actually really surprised. There's like almost no weeds out here. So these trees right here are looking a lot better, and it's just kind of judging the lake and how it's going. You got to start somewhere and just make a guess and go from there. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fish some of these trees right quick. It's the right time of the year. There's not a lot of cover, so they got to go to something. We're gonna try these. There's a good one. Yeah, boy. Look at that one. Yeah, boy. Man, that thing's up on the bank here in the fall. Crush that thing. How cool is that? That's a nice chunky one. That's in super shallow water. You can't see it, but it's only like a foot deep right there. Yeah, boy. I'm not even fishing what I would normally think that I would for this. I'm actually just got like an ounce weight on there. Could probably throw a crankbait or a buzzbait, but this is what I had tied on. What was that? Missed that one the first time, but he came back and got it. Just super shallow little willow tree right there. I don't get to fish like this anymore, so if you can't tell, I'm pretty ecstatic. That's why I like fishing new lakes. Went a little bit, but little guy. Looks like the water's too dark and they're must be slapping at it, missing it, and then they come back and get it a second time. So maybe I need to switch something brighter. Here we go. Let's see if color matters. Pit Boss, it's got this little bit of orange on it. Should be good. At this point, I had went down a long stretch of trees up shallow, and it got even shallower, and I wasn't getting any bites, so I went offshore. Could see a bunch of fish down on the live scope, which I catch this crappie, and the storm blows in, starts raining super hard, so it makes it very difficult to keep staying out deep. But I didn't have my video going for a little bit, but I missed a couple of bites on some docks and on some trees on the calm side to get away from the storm and the wind. But here I keep going. Nice little solid one, huh? Kind of caught me by surprise. Pitched a bunch of docks before that. No bites, and that one finally got it. Just kind of in the middle of the dock, wasn't even like on anything special. Which, most of the fish, I just fished all those docks with no bites, no nothing, and I came to that dock thinking I had to be next to a pole or something, and oop, oh, there's another one. Here I'm sitting here talking. That was a little bite. That was a little one. But anyways, that was fun. Oh, missed him again. Dang. Might be a couple down there. Well, thanks for following along. That was just like a quick 2-hour session out here. Nothing too crazy, just a pitch and stick, tossing this. Ended up just being a creature bait. The other one was a super hog. Big weight on this guy. And then throwing a little bit of the little whopper plopper. So nothing too crazy, keeping it real simple. You can't see it's a dirty water lake. There's very little weeds out here, so we kind of stuck to that wood. We don't get that all the time. I did fish that one little hard spot with all those little crappies out on it. There's another bass boat that came out here and just stayed out deep the whole time, so there must be some more fish out there, but it's a transition period. The water temps dropping, storms came through the last couple of days, and so for a 2-hour session on a new lake, that's kind of what I do. Just try to do a judgment call on stuff, and I got a couple bites shallow, and I didn't really like the way it looked out deep. If it was summertime, I would have spent some more time out on those deeper rocks that I can see with the other people's fished, but seeing it's fall time, there's going to be scattered groups out on that stuff, so want to just kind of taking into the time of the year, the water color, what the lake looks like is a big part of what I do out here. So when you're trying to break down new water and just idling for that little bit, you could see there wasn't too many weeds, so kind of made a judgment call. And I caught some no big ones. You know, there's probably some big ones doing something else. We'll see how, I think I'm going to come back tomorrow night, and we'll see how I change things up. I might fish a little deeper if I can get out here for a couple hours tomorrow night. So thanks for watching. Maybe part 2 here in a minute. What's up, what's up, what's up? Night 2 here. We got out for about 2 hours last night. Came back to the same lake, if you can't tell. Super gusty. We're gonna go out and try some shallow spots if we can stay out of the wind. We're gonna try some deep spots. Try to stay out of the wind. There's another boat out here last night that stayed deep the whole time. I think they caught them, so try a couple shallow spots, and then definitely gonna go out deep and try to catch them. If you can't tell, it's super gusty, storms coming through, fall time, should be a good time. So more next. Not a new lake, but I got a whole 2 hours in last night. We'll see how it goes tonight. I had to try just these couple trees real quick that I didn't try the other night, just out of curiosity. So I went down and fished 5 or 6 and didn't get a bite. So I'm back on the plan of getting out deep and trying to figure out what's up with this lake. But the storm comes through. You can see on the map it shows it's depression, but it's actually a hump. It's actually the second hump I fish. I try football head, drop shot, a couple other things, and just catch a couple little crappies. But as you can see, the storm comes through and makes it real difficult to stay out there. And I tried cranking, I tried that, and I just couldn't get it to happen. So I ended up aborting here and going back to the bank for the last little bit. There we go. Finally, got one off that dock right there. That was tough to come by. Fishing out deep, not so hot, but we'll figure something out here. We got another 20 minutes or so left. So that was night number 2. You can see it didn't go so hot, but as I'm trying to learn the new lake, you gotta try shallow and deep. Here's a couple baits that I fish in the fall just for covering water, and it's a big part. I really love fishing fall. I love fishing fast in the fall. And so it's just a glimpse of what I do and how I learn a new lake to check it out, and how I fish in the fall for new lakes, and kind of a little bit of what I do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.